Welcome back. If you have been listening over the last few days, thank you. We have been doing something together that, trust me, I don't take lightly. It is very personal and very vulnerable. We have been looking in the mirror, using our relationship with food as a window into our relationship with ourselves. We've talked about food noise and hurried eating and feelings in the body and eating our feelings and the exhausting project of trying to fix ourselves and what it means to not leave yourself in the hard moments. And this week, we're going to keep going and we're going to go a little deeper still. But first, I want to share something that I'm really excited about, that this whole series around our relationship with food really represents. In August, this show is getting a new name. Being at Work is becoming the Full Circle Leader. And I wanted to share that with you now because this series, this very personal, honest series we've been doing together, is a perfect expression of what the Full Circle Leader is all about. Everything connects. Wherever you go, there you are. Anything you do tells you something about everything you do. And that's why we're talking about food. Not because food is the point, but because food is a mirror. And the Full Circle Leader looks in all of the mirrors, not just the comfortable ones. So here's where we're going today. There's something I've been sitting with from one of the books that I've been reading. I mentioned last week that there have been a couple of books that have been really helpful on this journey as I've been reflecting on my relationship with food. And here's this idea. The very things we believe we need to hide or fix, those are the path to the heart of healing. The things we hide, the things we're afraid of, the things we're ashamed of, the patterns we keep to ourselves because we're convinced that if anybody really saw them, they would think less of us. Those things are not the obstacle to growth. They are the path. And for me, that has looked like this for most of my life. I hid my relationship with food. I pretended that everything was fine. I performed ease around eating while privately negotiating with myself constantly. What have I eaten? What should I eat? What shouldn't have I eaten? What was I going to do about what I just ate? The food noise was loud. And I kept it completely private because I was convinced it was evidence of something broken in me that needed to be fixed. But here's what I'm learning through this process. The hiding is what keeps us stuck, not the thing itself, the hiding of it. Because what we hide, we cannot examine. We can't process. We can't examine what we can't change. And what we can't change keeps running quietly, automatically in our brains, underneath everything, shaping how we show up, even when we don't realize it. So the path to freedom is not around the thing we are hiding. It is through it. And here's the leadership lesson that I think is so important in this. Every single leader has something that they are hiding. A pattern they're ashamed of, a struggle they keep off the record, a version of themselves they manage very carefully so nobody sees the part that feels broken or not enough. And I want to say this gently and with a lot of love. The hiding is costing you more than the thing itself ever could. Because the energy it takes to manage what we hide, to keep it contained, to make sure it doesn't show up, to perform a version of ourselves that has it all together, that energy is enormous. And it's energy that could be going somewhere else, into your leadership, into your relationships, into becoming more of who you already are. What you hide, it doesn't go away, it just goes underground. And it keeps shaping you from there in ways you can't see and therefore can't choose. But when you bring it out into the light, even just a little, even just to yourself, something shifts. The thing that felt like your greatest liability starts to reveal itself as your greatest teacher. The very thing you've been hiding turns out to be the doorway. That is the full circle. And that's what we're building towards. So here's your reflection for today. What are you hiding about yourself, your leadership, your relationship with yourself that you've been convinced needed to stay out of sight? And what would it mean to let just a little light in? You don't have to share it with anyone. Just stop hiding it from yourself. The path is through it. What a great way to take care of yourself and ultimately each other.